prepared for hacks, guys. We are back again with another Aura's OU Wi-Fi battle. Today I have a battle against Adam, and as you can see, he's bringing like a UU team. But it's not about what Pokemon you bring, it's about what you do with the Pokemon that you have. Now let's go ahead and get this started, because some things I want to point out. Although he's using Pokemon that are UU and below, he makes very good use of them. He's going to go ahead and lead off the Porygon Z. I actually end up leading off with my Rotom Wash because I wasn't really sure what he wanted to do, because most of those Pokes I've never seen in battle, especially in an OU battle. But I'm going to stay in. I'm going to go for Hydro Pump. I had a feeling that I would live whatever he wanted to do, and I wanted to see what he was going to do. So he did go for Tri Attack. It did a crap ton, and I honestly thought Hydro Pump would have done more to Porygon Z, but then again, I don't really know Porygon Z's base stats. So yeah. But he's going to go for another Tri Attack, and look how much damage it does to my Scizor. That's a resisted hit. Now, Scizor doesn't have the greatest special defense. You know, it's pretty decent, and Scizor does resist that. But I switch in, I take the hit, and I finish that thing off with a Bullet Punch, which is always bueno. But now he's going to go ahead to Hippowdon, get that sand up. It's not, the sand isn't a problem for Scizor, but I don't know if he has Fire Fang. I don't know if Hippowdon gets Fire Blast. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and switch out of my Politoed. Politoed is the best option for two things. It's going to get rid of the sand, and it's going to negate any fire type attack that he's going to have help negate. It's not going to like just completely get rid of it, but you know what I mean. But now he's going to go into Mantine, as I actually end up going for Hydro Pump, and that thing has Water Absorb, so it's a great kind of duo to go along with that Powdon. But I'm like, okay, this thing has Water Absorb. Let's go ahead and Toxic it, because that's about the only thing I can do. And he Toxic me, so now it's just a big STD party up in here, and it's not looking too fun. So I'm glad that I toxic thing. I'm glad that I toxiced that thing, and let me show you why. Ice Beam, nothing. I mean 15% at best, and he's gonna go for Aqua Ring. So not only is getting leftovers, he has Aqua Ring, and if I hit him with a water type attack, or if he switches in on one, he's getting a lot of health back from there. But that is why I'm super happy that I toxic that thing, because the longer that it stays in, the quicker that it's going to die. So that's always the best part about Toxic. But I'm going to switch out now, because I can't really touch that thing. I'm going to go out into my Rotom, just because it's kind of death fodder at this point, and if he wants to do anything else, then I can sit there and Volt Switch, and that's 4 times effective, and that would do a lot of damage to that thing, because that thing is part flying. But I live the Scald, which is nice, but I get burned, and I'm thinking, oh great, well, Rotom's dead anyway, so I don't really know what I'm going to do here. He's, you know, just getting all his leftovers, so many animations through Aqua Ring, leftovers, and Toxic, so many animations that he gets. And then I take burn damage, and I live with 2 HP, and I'm like, all right, this is looking nice and bueno. And I'm like, well, I can't click Volt Switch because he has a Powdon. And, you know, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have Paint Split. This battle was a long time ago, and I don't really remember it too much. But I was trying to record this last night, but my microphone went out, and I finally had enough of it. And I was like, oh my god, I clicked Paint Split. I'm such a genius. And like my past self surprised me, and it was a nice thing to see, because I didn't actually have to end up losing a Pokemon. So, anyways, I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump, as he you know, did get his sand back up, and it does a decent amount to that Jirachi. Like I said, I wish this Rotom was outputting just a little bit more damage. I wish that was a 2-hit KO. You know, I wish that it was OHKOing some things. You know, I don't know. Rotom's a very strong Pokemon, just not this one, because it's bulky and not like offensive in the slightest. But I'm gonna take a Moonblast. I actually end up living, which is nice. I am gonna get a Will-O-Wisp off on that Jirachi, which is even better, because I wasn't sure what kind of Jirachi this was. But residual damage is always nice, regardless of whatever it is. And since it didn't appear to be the Flinch Hacks Jirachi, getting burn damage is fine. Paralyzing it is not too big of a deal, because he obviously is leftovers and not Choice Scarf, so I don't have to worry about trying to outspeed this thing and not being flinched. But he's going to go for another Moonblast to finish me off, which is fine. You know, I'm a Rotom, and I'm not taking Moonblast for days. I wish I was. That'd be cool, but I'm in a defensive, not especially defensive Rotom, so I can't really take those all day. But I'm going to go out of my Lopunny now. Of course, I unfortunately have to take some Stealth Rocks damage here. Not too much, but I will be taking even less now that I have Mega Evolved, because I am part Fighting type now, instead of just being normal. And I'm going to go for Fake Out, just so that I can get some residual damage off on this some damage off on that Jirachi, and trigger, you know, the flinch, so that he can't do anything and takes even more burn damage. And thankfully for me, the Sandstorm is now gone, so I don't have to take any more residual damage on my Lopunny. Or so I thought. Actually, I don't know why I said that. I thought he was switched out into Mammothswine there. But I went for high jump kick. That actually did a decent amount to Mantine, and I'm thinking, well, high jump kick is a resisted hit on Mantine, and I don't want to click it again in case he has protect. So return is my best option here because it's a guaranteed kill from there. It's going to be doing at least however much the high jump kick did, and more than likely more because it is still stab and it's not resisted. But it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have as high base power, but it should still do more because it's not resisted. Anyways, he's going out in a B drill. I don't know if he choked here or what. Maybe he thought I would switch, but I actually ended up staying in. Or maybe he thought that you got the speed of your Mega the first turn that you Mega. That could also have been a factor, but I'm glad that I was able to kill the B drill before it was able to wreck my team. And I'm going to go for a high jump kick on this Hippowdon just to see if I can kill it. He does have Rocky Helmet, which is even more unfortunate because now I'm taking Rocky Helmet damage, Sandstorm damage, and you know, he's just sitting there slacking off and getting all the health back in the world. So I am going to be switching out here because I can't be dealing with that, and I can't be dealing with this sand. Get it out of here. What are you doing? Get this weather away from me. Let it rain. Let it rain. So the rain is now back up. He's going to go for Earthquake, which is fine with me. I'm pretty sure my Politoed can live in Earthquake, and I do live in Earthquake. I'm going to take some toxic damage, and I live the toxic damage. So Politoed is looking quite nice and alive right now. Not too well. You know, we're chilling with STDs. Hey, look, another STD over there. So we're going to go for Scald, and that is going to be enough to kill that Jirachi, thankfully, because Jirachi it's just annoying. Even if it's not the Paraflinch set, or Iron Head set, it's still quite annoying. But it's going to go out into Entei now, which I can deal with. I had a feeling that he was going to E-Speed here, so I was like, Politoed's had enough. You know, there's not really point in me switching out because I just died of Stealth Rocks when I come in anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and sack it off. Now I'm going to go out to my low punny, which is nice and bueno. And he stays in, goes for the E-Speed. I didn't want to fake out in case he went out to Hippowdon. So I decided to stay in. I had a feeling that I'd be able to live in E-Speed, but I'm like, oh god, that high jump kick didn't do enough, and I got to switch out into my Caesar now. And by the looks of it, it's starting to look like that he is Choice Banded Entei, which is I think the more common set, at least from what I've seen. So I can live with that. I don't know why you would be Choice Scarfed with E-Speed, but anyways, he's gonna go out to the Hippowdon, which is not the greatest ideal for me, but I actually ended up going for U-turn, predicting him to switch there because, you know, E-Speed is not killing Caesar anytime soon. So a U-turn out, I'm going out into my low pony one more time. I actually end up living the Stealth Rocks here, and then I'm like, oh god, that's the end of the turn, so I'm going to take Sandstorm damage, and I completely fucked it all up. And I was like, as soon as I clicked low pony, I remember this part, as soon as I clicked low pony, I was like, oh, Sandstorm damage, and I was so upset. I was so freaking upset, but I can go out into Keldeo now. I can go for an Icy Wind. I can kill this Hippowdon. Now, the reason I clicked Icy Wind is I didn't want to miss Hydro Pump and give him a chance to get all his health back. I wasn't sure if Secret Sword would kill or not. And if he switched out into Entei, I could at least slow it down a little bit more. I outspeed it anyways because I'm a Keldeo, but more than likely he's going to click E-Speed regardless. So that is kind of what we're looking at here. He does end up clicking E-Speed, which is what I predicted. And I'm just going to go for a Secret Sword. That way I don't have to miss a Hydro Pump and end up losing the game because of it. So the Entei is gone. And I think, is that it? I can't remember. Yeah, that's it. So, good battle, Adam. It was a very good game. Like I said, I don't even know what day this is being uploaded. I'm trying my hardest, guys, to try and get these all up and ready to go. But like I said, I wasn't going to promise anything because I am in college. I do have classes. I do have things to do that are a little bit more important than YouTube. You know, school always comes first, regardless of what you're doing, whether you're working while you're in school, whether you're doing YouTube or whatever. You know, school should always come first. And I hate saying that. I hate it because I hated school. I still hate school. I hate it so much, but you know, there's truth in what people say. Your education is most important because it's what you do with your education determines where you are at the end of your education. So make the most of that. And I hate saying that because it makes me sound like an adult, and I don't like sounding like one of those. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, all that jazz. And we will see you hopefully back again tomorrow. Maybe the day after. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to get recorded. It's still Wednesday for me when I'm trying to record all of these, so I don't know what day this is going up, but I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you back again then. May the hacks be with you.